I'm definitely not in the demographic for Lifetime movies. In fact, I'm the opposite of the demographic. So you can imagine the look on my face when I walked in on my sister watching one of these horrible ass movies. But it was so bad that it made me curious and I decided to do more research on them. Pretty much all Lifetime movies involve cheating, murder, families. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I didn't want to see any of that shit, so I just searched best Lifetime movie, and I picked the first one I saw, She's Too Young. With a name like that, you just can't pass it up. This movie stars Hannah, Dawn, Nick, and Becca, who I cannot for the life of me explain these characters. I don't even think the actors are that bad, just the writing for these characters is horrible. So Hannah's mom is overprotective, Becca's mom is overly religious, Dawn's mom is a slut, and Nick's family just doesn't even exist. Where's the fathers, you may ask? They don't exist either. This is a Lifetime movie where mothers are the only parent capable of raising children. Also, Hannah does have a dad, but he's just completely brain dead. Anyway though, let's get into the movie. It opens with Hannah asking her mom if she can go out with her friends, but there's just one tiny issue.
Hey, you want me to drive?
No, that's okay. Nick Hartman's driving.
How old is he?
He's 16. But he's like the most popular guy in school. He's great.
That was literally the worst thing you could have told her. She's still allowed to go out, but on the way there, they're rapping like 1 second behind the music. It's horrible. Nick drops Dawn and Hannah off and then goes and does Becca in a hotel room. Keep in mind, he's 16 and she's 14. I wish I could see the faces of all the mothers that watch this scene.
Yeah, okay, fine. So Poe's scary. But Hawthorne breaks my heart, like the way Hester's made to suffer.
Waiter. He's so gay.
Come on now, Nick, you just can't call people gay. Oh, yeah, okay, he's pretty gay. We're only 5 minutes into the movie at this point, and Nick is already luring our main character. He asks her if she'd like to go to a party, and obviously she says yes. Cause if you were wearing this no signal ass TV shirt back in the day, you were irresistible. Oh yeah, 14 years old, right?
Hey, Nikki. Looks like I won't make it back for dinner and you're...
So this scene like seriously confuses me. Nick is on the phone with his dad, or he's listening to a voicemail, and it's like all sad, nobody loves him. But they literally never go over this in the movie again. Like, this is the only backstory you get to Nick, and as to why he's such a dick. And it's just 10 seconds of him listening to his dad's voicemail. And look what happens next.
Ladies, I'm feeling you and you.
Fellas,
Yeah.
I'm feeling you.
Yeah, he goes and watches porn. I don't know how this movie wants me to feel about Nick, because it seems like the movie itself has a personal vendetta against him.
We have a rule, Hannah. No dates without my permission.
Okay. Mommy, can I please go out with Nick on Friday night? Please?
Nah. So, Dawn goes to the school nurse, and there's warts in her mouth or something. Yeah, you can tell where this is going. So finally Nick gets Hannah to go out with him. I assume she's like the last person in the school he hasn't infected yet.
Whatever happened to the father who swore he'd be waiting with a shotgun when their first boy showed up for his precious Hannah?
Want some ice cream? Hey, beautiful.
Jesus, Nick, you gotta stop doing that. So they spend a grand total of 2 minutes at the party, and then Nick brings her to his syphilis lair.
Look, don't worry, nobody's getting naked. But you grab yourself a swimsuit in the bathroom.
Yeah, why don't you grab one of my mom's swimsuits from the bathroom? So they didn't end up doing anything. But it's obviously because Nick likes to groom his victims. The obligatory church scene. We can't go without that. How else are we gonna pander to the housewives?
I'm with the State Department.
She's literally wearing the textbook hooker outfit. It's like she searched up on Google how to dress like a hooker.
Look, I'm not here to judge you, Dawn. But I need to know how many boys you've had sex with.
15. Maybe 20.
Ha, they always say dress for the job you want, am I right? So Hannah and Nick are only out for like 20 minutes, but once again he lures her easily. Some seriously epic music plays while Nick convinces Hannah to smash. I can just hear the heavy breathing of all the mothers watching this part.
I love being first.
Wait, not yet. I don't really think I'm ready, okay?
You know, for me, I mean, this is just a chance for us to get closer.
As you can see, Nick perfected his grooming technique. If he jumped on her in the hot tub, this wouldn't have worked. All he had to say was the magic words, "This is for us to get closer." And she was already opening his zipper.
Cheerleader's hot?
Hot, hot, hot.
Our cello player's hot too.
Hot, hot, hot.
Hey, guess what, guys? I have syphilis. What?
After Dawn announces her syphilis in the weirdest possible way, Becca acts like a real bitch about it, and then Dawn leaves. Pretty smart on her part considering what happens next. So Nick and Dick come over and look at what they decide to do.
You guys want to go upstairs? Check out what's hot?
Yeah, man. Giddy up.
So this is what the cool kids were doing. Also, this shit happens in another Lifetime movie called Cyber Seduction.
Hey dude, type up naked college babes.
Seriously? Does this shit happen much more often than I think it does? I mean, in elementary school we all watched porn on the school computers, but that's a lot different than watching porn like it's regular cable TV. Yeah, I would have the same reaction.
Don't worry. Brad's gonna be good to you.
I don't want Brad.
Hey, you're not in middle school anymore, right?
Yeah, Hannah, you don't even know the rule? In middle school you take one dick, and then in high school you have to take two. Jeez.
You do it for me?
I thought it was enough to do it with you.
Hannah!
Yeah, Hannah, come back. Don't you know the rule?
Dude, forget it, man. Let her go.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm so excited to do this 14-year-old girl with my boy. Fuck. So Nick gets called down to the office because of his syphilis, and just listen to his reaction. It's perfect.
As you may know, it's a highly contagious disease. You may have infected others.
You want names?
That would be helpful.
Well, I'm sorry I don't write out my friends.
Look, Mr. Hartman.
But if you want my
I'm not-
advice, you better stick them all. Because I probably did.
Natural, untreated, this could be a very serious disease. Stupid.
This curable disease could cause brain damage and heart failure? Ugh, stupid. So the school calls home and every parent is notified, and there's just a montage of parents yelling at their kids.
Do you want me to ground you?
Except Hannah, because she wasn't on the list. However... So unfortunately I'm splitting this into two parts, but I'm doing it for a really good reason. You might have thought the movie was bad, but you haven't seen the comments. Let me introduce you to these comments. These girls are not kids, they more like bitches. Jesus Christ, what are those? She got some thick ass Kingdom Hearts shoes on. What happened? No one girl is hurting me. At what's up. He put his number. Only real girl, only one for space. Oh my brothers and my sisters, how was drinking, smoking, get high just like hit and run? Well, you know, some president for toeless teenagers. Robert Peterson says, the boy is good looking. He got the moves and he's elite. If my daughter got syphilis, I would lock her up forever. I'm 31 and my mom still won't let me talk to boys. Hey, pussy is pussy. If she can write her name and she's at least 16, run it, lol, bruh. Very informative film, must watch. Hi. Fuck off. This is the best fucking Lifetime movie ever. Are your breasts real? I mean, for real, for real? All these girls deserve big dirty slap. Alright, I think that just about concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching the entire thing. Part 2 is gonna be out real soon. But subscribe if you liked it. Okay, bye.